and welcome to this bonus special episode of Serpent Temple. We're not going to be doing a weekly review, we're not going to be interviewing anyone, but we are going to be waxing lyrical about the insane festival lineup that is Hellfest 2022. We might be going over some other news and additional bits related to live music and festivals, because who knows, metal is healing itself. I think it's coming home to France.
It's coming home. It's coming.
It's coming.
So Hellfest have managed to book every band.
Every band
in existence is playing Hellfest next year.
It's just fucking hell. I mean, they announced it. So we're recording this on a Friday. Thursday evening, I got an email and I looked at it and I was like, this isn't real. This isn't real. 7 days of music in France. And both me and Floyd were just speechless, and we still are.
It's like a real interesting kind of structure, though, right? Because you've got the initial weekend, and then you get a break.
Yeah, it's like a 3-day break to wash your hair.
Yeah, and then that's not going to take me very long. And then it resumes again on Thursday.
Yeah.
So that is going to be pretty damn intense.
So basically, I think they tried to retain the old lineup. If you look at the big poster, it's kind of sold out. October 2019, since October 2019, which is crazy because that's like 3 fucking years. So that's like the old festival, which they've retained. They've tried to keep most of the bands, and they have, impressively. And that was already one of the best Hellfest lineups in years.
The lineup was already ridiculously stacked.
Yeah, but then they've got another festival that's just an even better Hellfest.
Yeah.
I don't understand. The main headliners, so the old ones were Deftones, Faith No More, Avenged Sevenfold, Megadeth, Korn, Dropkick Murphys. The new ones, Scorpions, Whitesnake in a single day, Nine Inch Nails and Ministry in a single fucking day, accompanied by Killing Joke and Skinny Puppy. And then the next day, Guns N' Roses and Airborne, and then Metallica and Black Label Society.
Damn.
What the fuck is that?
That's mental. And the thing is, I am a Hellfest virgin amongst an actual virgin. I'm not a virgin.
I have questions.
Just want to self-burn myself.
You identify as a virgin?
Not like there's anything wrong with that,
Yeah.
But I am uber excited. Oh, sorry, I should get très excited. So I'm already picking up the French.
Beaucoup excited.
I am bonjour excited. But you have been Hellfest 7 times?
7 times.
Yeah, so it's and one thing that really impresses me looking at this lineup is I love the way they've managed to group the stages and even the specific days and tailor it to a specific subgenre of the heavy music spectrum.
Absolutely.
It's really impressive how they've managed to, even from a logistical perspective, to get all those bands to agree and line them up on the days for that to work must be an astounding feat.
I have so much respect for the organizers. For those who care, the stages that me, Floyd, and Shem are going to be caring about, it's not so much the main stage. The beauty of Hellfest is that they have an incredibly curated main stage, but the kind of more underground community of people who like to go to festivals that we're going from a different country like we are. They have 4 stages. One is the Warzone, which is all punk, and I never really go. I've been there twice in 7 years to see Dead Kennedys and shit. But the Valley is the Doom stage. And then you've got the Altar and the Temple, which are next to each other. The Altar is, the Temple's black metal, the Altar is death metal. And you basically a lot of people I know will just go to that tent and they'll just go from, the stages, they have staggered times normally. So you'll watch a black metal band and immediately go watch a death metal band, and immediately you can go watch a black metal band. And it's perfect. And then for me, the Valley is adjacent, so I can just walk 5 minutes and you're there to watch the black and death metal, and then go back to your Doom, and then maybe check out a main stage band or something.
Yeah. See, it's that's kind of how I end up approaching most festivals anyway. I'll tend to lurk around the lower stages because I've got a really cool and elite taste in underground metal.
You do, yeah.
That was sarcasm. So I tend to lurk around the lower stages anyway, and I will say, even the main stage of this lineup is pretty stacked, but, I tend to avoid the main stages because just the sheer effort of trying to get a good spot and maneuver your way in and out.
It's not too bad at Hellfest, actually, because you can see the main stage from the side as well. And they also have a Ferris wheel, so you can go on the Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. You can see the main stage from that.
That's cool. I've
Yeah.
developed a bit of a fear of heights, though.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Just one time, I used to be really good with roller coasters and shit, but just one time, I think as soon as I hit 30, I went to Thorpe Park once, and I just couldn't do it. I had to lay down for about half an hour.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah,
Fort Park, not even once.
Just me in my grey tracksuit, just sleeping on this rock, thinking, how did this homeless guy get into Thorpe Park? But it was, and that was me done. So
I'm scared of heights. I'm scared of heights, but I don't care sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind Ferris wheels. I fell off an actual fucking alpine mountain in France and nearly died when I was 14.
Jeez.
So that was kind of my intro to being scared of being high up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Damn, that's pretty intense.
It's pretty cool, though. Like, I almost died, but it was pretty. Yeah.
Pretty gnarly, man.
It was gnarly indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to my ski instructor for rescuing me from certain death.
Shout out to my ski instructor. Like, you fell. Like, surely you shouldn't be giving them a shout out. You'd be suing them.
There was some fucking snowboarders. Anyway, it's a long story. No one cares. But yeah, no, like, you can do that too. Also, for that 3-day break, there's a shit ton of cool stuff to do.
Yeah,
Like,
because you were saying there's tons of shit going on, right?
Oh my god. Like, there's a castle, like, really close by in Clisson. Not Clisson. Yeah, wait. Yeah, Clisson. Nantes is, like, the big city nearby. I'm hoping we can all go have, like, a massive gym session. Maybe bump into Converge or something at the gym.
Yeah, we'll just be working out to harm's way.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be doing, like, the Hubs Day workout then. There'll 100% be, like, a bunch of bands probably working out in the gyms in Nantes, so we can go, like, we'll go band hunting in the
Probably
gym.
not many black metal bands, because, I mean,
Nah.
they're pretty weedy.
They're going to be
Yeah,
masturbating in their hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, that's what I plan on doing.
Hellfest sorted.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the podcast. Go home. Yeah, I mean, the main stage, this is actually the most main staging I'm going to do at Hellfest ever. Because for the first year, they've got Opeth and Mastodon at the main stage on the Friday, for the first Friday, which is crazy. Leprous are also playing. Madness. Deep Purple are really good live. I saw them play Hellfest a few years ago. Judas Priest going to be great. I don't give a fuck about many of the other bands on the main stage. I think Shem's going to want to see Korn.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Shem are definitely watching Korn.
You guys
that's a
watch
given.
Korn. I'm going to go watch Killing Joke. I think they're going to be playing at the same time. I'll be shouting Asteroid. You guys will be doing like the Korn thing, whatever it is.
See, the thing is, because I've just been scouring the lineup.
Watch Killing Joke, I just have to say for my own street cred.
You're going to say you're watching Killing Joke. You're really going to be scatting to Korn.
I think they're doing a headline set on the
What, Killing Joke?
on the Valley stage on one of the days.
Yeah, that's the same day as Korn.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
Sunday.
fuck.
I
The
know.
clashes here are going to be.
The clashes. Devon Townsend are playing at the same time. If Korn are clash with anyone, I will scream blood.
See, the thing is, Devon Townsend, so he is doing this festival circuit. He's doing something quite cool. So he's doing like a by request thing where he is. He did put a poll up for fans to submit their requests, which songs
He's
they'd
done
like to
that
hear,
before.
including Strappin' Young Lad songs.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And like, I'm a big Strappin' Young Lad fan. Like, I got City maybe a few years after it came out, and it was like Fear Factory on meth. Like, it was just the craziest, heaviest shit I had heard for at that time.
He's so prolific.
Yeah, and I just hope that Devon Townsend fans out there vote for at least some of the Strappin' Young Lad songs.
100%. I don't know a single like Devon fan that doesn't like Strappin' as well. But is he taking Ziltoid requests?
See, this is the thing with Devon is I am more familiar with sort of SYL than I am his solo stuff, and because he's got 3 solo projects that are like he's got the Devon Townsend band,
Yeah.
the Devon Townsend project, and then just Devon Townsend, right? So and I can't make heads or tails of which one's which.
He's always like doing something new. I just don't care. Like, he's so great. I remember once my first ever Bloodstock, he was doing interviews in like the press area, and he had like a little ukulele, and he was just like playing the
cool.
ukulele whilst doing an interview, and it was so cute, and he's just so happy.
I watched I think Metal Injection done a series of interviews once, and they said which non like metal or rock artist would you like to collaborate with, and he said Weird Al. And I said that would be quite a good pairing, sort of Devon Townsend and Weird Al.
Yeah.
But I probably won't watch him at Hellfest because he is also doing a headline set at Bloodstock.
He usually does play a Bloodstock.
Yeah, so I will catch him there. So apologies to Creator also, who I do also love, but they will also be playing a headline set at Bloodstock. So
That's kind of useful about going to 2 festivals in the summer, because if there are clashes, you'd be like, I'll watch them at the next one.
yeah.
Yeah. That's useful. And that's why Hellfest is great, because like all the good bands go to Hellfest, and then like a few of them will play like Bloodstock, maybe Download or something like that. So you can just kind of like divide them out.
Yeah. But you're talking about the main stage, so I'll probably be watching Korn, sort of Clash as permitted. I want to catch maybe Maximum the Hormone. I don't know if you've ever listened to much of them.
I've heard about them, but I've not listened to them.
So they are a Japanese kind of weird hybrid fusion band that mix sort of like J-pop, kind of like new metal, like beat down, and the music is really super kind of schizophrenic. Kind of similar energy to System of a Down.
I like it.
I want to say.
I'm so glad System aren't playing.
Yeah, I know that's a shame.
Yeah, that really upset me.
Yeah. But hopefully they'll get around to touring again
like,
at some point.
They're my one white whale band that I've not been able to see live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just hope they can stay friends until they can tour again.
Please don't fall out again.
There, isn't there?
Yeah.
I might watch Code Orange on the main stage. Clash is permitting. I always seem to watch. They're on the main stage one on Sunday the 19th, and they're always a band that I caught live because they're always supporting other bands. First time I saw them, they were supporting Triptychon, Morbus Chron, and At the Gates. And I think they were still called Code Orange Kids at the time. They're like 15, 16 years old.
That just makes me think of Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah. I'm glad they dropped the kids from the name.
Yeah, that's just I don't get the kids.
But I really liked their newest album, Underneath, which was melding some really interesting. It's kind of like a new metal revival album.
Okay.
Kind of spearheading kind of what they and Vane are doing at the moment as well. Kind of rearing the ugly stepchild that no one likes, new metal, into the new generation.
It'll be so strange if there's like a new metal resurgence. It becomes like the next, I don't know, like Doom resurgence or something.
Well, it's kind of happening. So the interesting thing is kind of like the two sort of bastard stepchildren or bastard children, metalcore and new metal have kind of
had another
formed, and you've now got new metalcore.
Ow.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't even know what that sounds like. I skipped new metal. All I got was System of a Down, and then I just like didn't bother with anything else.
It's funny because System kind of were never they were lumped in with the other bands of that scene, but they kind of were always doing their own thing, and they were different enough. I think they were quite unique, and I think Deftones are similar as well. Deftones are kind of more, I think, linked in with the kind of post-hardcore side of things.
I've not listened to them. I've only listened to them in the car, and I just forget how they sound immediately afterwards. Same with Faith No More.
I love Deftones. They're just
sure
like
good.
they're a great band, and not listen to the newest album, but their older stuff I used to jam quite a lot.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be watching Electric Wizard when Deftones are playing. I mean, I'm gonna be at the Valley most of the Friday because it's Electric Wizard, Baroness, High on Fire, Witchcraft, ASG are great, Elder are amazing, Greenleaf for fun. I mean, what the fuck? That's my Friday sorted. I don't think I'm watching any. I'm gonna watch Opeth. Oh my god, Opeth are probably gonna clash with Wizard.
Ooh.
Fuck.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Fuck. Fuck. It's going to be so... I mean, I've seen Electric Wizard like 6 times, but I've only seen Opeth once.
Yeah.
But I love Electric... the thing I've been saying all lockdown is I want to see Electric Wizard again. Oh, no.
It might not clash, you know.
I hope not. I just feel like I have a premonition. I'm having a moment of prophecy. If they don't clash, I'll be very happy, because, yeah...
Yeah, I had to leave Opeth a bit earlier at Damnation because I was just too fucking tired.
Oh.
I was like, I'm not gonna do them the disservice of falling asleep while they're playing again. You know, I've done that one too many times at that particular festival.
Maybe we should if you end up falling asleep for certain bands, we'll have a little tally, and at the end we'll do another episode and be like, who did Floyd fall asleep to?
One of these, just one of those, that those glasses that have the eyes on them. And just pretend I'm alert.
That'd be so. You could just paint eyes on your eyelids.
Yeah. But no, it's so main stage 2 is looking quite good for me as well. Like you said, you got Opeth and Mastodon. Leprous are playing. I quite enjoy Leprous. I think they're quite cool. Deep Purple, my dad's favourite band.
They're actually really good live.
Yeah, I've never seen them. I don't even know what iteration of Deep Purple is going at the moment.
I think it's going to be the same one that I saw because they played Hellfest 5 or 6 years ago. I actually watched them play with Bill Steer of Carcass.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
wow.
I was watching Deep Purple. I interviewed them a few months before, and Bill Steer saw me. He was like, "Hey, you're the girl," and he came into the arena, and he was like, "Let's watch Deep Purple together." And Jeff was there too, and he was really annoyed because loads of people kept coming up to us and be like, "Oh my god, can I have your autograph?" And Jeff's just like, "I want to be left alone."
Yeah.
But it was really fun to watch with because Bill's a massive 70s guy. So that was like one of my Hellfest highlights.
Because his other band, Gentleman's Pistols, is a bit more 70s influence, right?
They're so good. They're a Rise Above Records band. You can go buy their vinyl at Rise Above Records in Archway right now for £18.
Yeah, I got an advert for Rise Above Records on my Instagram the other day.
Really?
And it looks quite cool. I like the decor and the logo and the aesthetic of
It'd
the
be
store
cool
outside.
to like do like a little episode where we like walk in and like, hey, that
It's
could
like,
be
have
cool.
you seen that great YouTube channel? It's Amoeba Records. They've got
I
that
love
store.
that. What's in my bag?
Yeah,
The interviews
such
are
a
so
good series. Yeah.
They closed down because of the pandemic, I think.
That is tragic.
Honestly, because that was one of my bucket list places to go because I wanted to go to California and go to a few different places, and that record store is legendary. It's so like honestly crazy that place is not going to be there.
God, that is mental. I mean, just that's fucked.
It's really sad. But yeah, that What's in My Bag interview series is really good. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who else have we got on the main stage? We've got Judas Priest, who I mean,
They're
I don't know how you
so
could
good.
enjoy heavy metal music and not be a Judas Priest fan.
They're so good live. I mean, they
Wardruna,
have-
who are fantastic live. That's a strange billing. You got Wardruna, then Halloween just below him. But I mean, I love both of those bands equally, actually. So I think it probably will be the Halloween, because they're doing this tour at the moment where it's called Pumpkins United, where it's like kind of both iterations of the band kind of merged into one.
I didn't know there was two.
Yeah, because they've got this is where I'm going to be put on the spot, because I'll remember all their names off camera, but now you've got Michael Kiske, the original
I love
singer,
Kiske. He's cool.
and then the second singer, Apologies, who is
name is
also
Apologies.
performing in the back. I can't remember his fucking name.
Oh, he's so offended right now. He's going to
Sorry,
write
mate.
an angry email.
But they both perform, and they sing tracks from their respective albums that they featured on. So it's like there's a lot of them on stage, and it's a great kind
Wow.
of it's really cool. If you're a sort of power, old school, speed or heavy metal fan, then it's a great show. I saw them at Brixton Academy a few years ago, which was a joy to watch.
I bet. That's really cool as a singer as well, that you can take a break.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my voice. As a singer, my voice is disappearing.
How ironic that your voice is breaking on that sentence.
The sheer like intimidation of Kiske's vocal ability just made my voice shrivel up and die.
Yeah, he has an amazing voice,
He is insane.
and he still sounds fantastic.
Amazing. Good vocal care is important. The main stage billing that I'm most excited about. Oh yeah, Killing Joke are playing twice. Holy shit, that's amazing. So 9 Inch Nails were asked to play, but then not only that, they were asked what bands they'd want to play with, and they said the bands, and Hellfest booked those bands, and those bands are Ministry, Skinny Puppy, Killing Joke, Health. That's a strange name.
Yeah.
They should have spelled it without the A, so it's like that meme where it just says Health.
Yeah.
And
Stonks.
Stonks. And Youth Code. I only know, I don't know the last two. There's 2 more bands to be announced. I'm really curious who they're going to be.
Yeah.
But that's I don't care too much about Ministry. Killing Joke and 9 Inch Nails are going to be great. And I used to listen to Skinny Puppy a lot when I was a teenager, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, Killing Joke are a cool one for me because I got into them when they released that their second self-titled album, which was the one that had Dave Grohl on drums, the one that had Asteroid on it, amongst other tracks.
I still try and remember, trying to explain Asteroid to Shem for the first time, and he never listened to it. He was like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm just standing there going, "Asteroid, you
Dude, listen, it's this Geordie guy screaming Asteroid. You'll love it, I promise." But no, and it's and that was cool because that album definitely had a lot of industrial vibes. And then I remember bringing the CD home. My dad was like, "What CD did you buy?" I was like, "Killing Joke." I was like, "Oh, I used to listen to Killing Joke."
Aww.
And I had no fucking clue they were around that long and were
Yeah.
such big names and the post-punk scene. And then and you had a cassette of Killing Joke. It was the one with the I can't remember the name of the album. It might even be the original self-titled one, but it's 3 silhouettes of people kind of walking. It's like a classic album.
Yeah, I just, I mean, I can't. First off, I can't believe they're still going because that's a really long time. And Jazz Coleman has a tendency to just disappear, literally disappear.
Yeah, because I think he legit
Yeah.
thought at one point that there is an imminent asteroid impact event happening, right?
Yeah, he's. There are reports that he's a little bit strange and believes some intense things. I would love to talk to him and just see what he's about. But his stage presence is terrifying. Garl is terrifying, and Garl's Widow playing, by the way, that's going to be sick. But then, Jazz Coleman is you look into his eyes, you're like, oh my God, am I going to be in a cult at the end of the evening? What's happening to me?
Yeah, he's got a frenzied look, isn't he?
Yeah, he's cool. He reminds me of Ian McShane.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ian McShane's the guy that's in American Gods currently,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
I want them to collaborate.
yeah. 'Cause he was in Game of Thrones briefly, wasn't he?
He was what's Mance Raider, I think.
No, I think Ian McShane
Or
was.
who's a different guy?
They were with.
Oh no,
this,
that wasn't Mance Raider.
There was this kind of like religious, like peaceful
Was he
group
a
of
fire
people
dude?
that were kind of like rehabilitating the Hound when he found out that the
Oh,
Hound survived
yeah.
his battle with Brienne.
Oh god.
And Ian McShane was kind of like there, and he was taking in like sort of vagrants and
Yeah, that's it.
never do wells off the
And
streets.
That guy was like getting stabbed and coming back to life
Yeah,
and shit.
and I think he got killed, which is why Ian McShane's character got killed, which is why the Hound then reverted back to his violent ways, and then went on to proceed to season 8 of Game of Thrones, which was the worst season in the history of television.
Yeah, they just didn't have enough time to like properly set up the character changes. I think in the book it will make more sense if it does go a similar way.
Yeah, I mean, well, apparently that's his marketing for the book, isn't it? He's basically turned around and said, "Don't worry, it's not going to be like the TV show. It's going to be different."
I'm going to read it and see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
If it even gets published, if he's like alive
Yeah,
long
it's
enough.
true. And I just remembered that the vocalist is Kai Hansen. That's the second vocalist
Kai
from Halloween.
Hansen.
So apologies, Kai Hansen.
Kai Hansen, that's a good name. Sounds like Kai Hansen. Well, I just said the same name, but I meant Oh, the fuck it.
But you heard it here first. Kai Hansen sounds like Kai Hansen.
I was trying to say handsome, like good looking,
okay.
and it just didn't work, so I just flubbed it really badly. I think that's my first experience of bombing something like intensely. Oh god. I'm not going to make a terrorist joke. Yeah, I mean the main stage is great. Well, we just did Nine Inch Nails, and it's Guns N' Roses and Airborne. I don't know who Miles Kennedy is.
Miles Kennedy is the guitarist from Alter Bridge, I believe, or maybe the vocalist.
I've never
He's
listened
the
to
vocalist
them.
from Alter Bridge, who are basically Creed. So remember the band Creed?
Are they Christian?
I think they had a lot of Christian elements, but I know Creed because they were the soundtrack to a lot of WWE pay-per-views.
Nice.
And basically, they formed a new band, Alter Bridge, which was all the members of Creed, apart from the singer Scott Stapp, who had some pretty well-documented like alcohol abuse problems.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's who Miles Kennedy is. He's a member of Alter Bridge, I believe.
It just looks like there's a lot of people that are in other bands, like Gary Clark Jr., Michael Monroe. Is that like the Jane's Addiction guy? Who's Michael Monroe in?
The only guy I know from Jane's Addiction is
Dave Navarro.
Dave Navarro. Yeah, he was in Red Hot Chili Peppers, but yeah.
Wait, he was in Red Hot Chili Peppers?
He was a guitarist in Red Hot Chili Peppers for a small period of time. Yeah.
No.
While one of what's his name? Fuck. Flea, Anthony Kiedis, John Frusciante. That's the guitarist. Well, he has had during one of his many hiatuses from the band. I think Dave Navarro filled in for him for an album or so. Can't remember which one. I'm not a big Chili Peppers fan, so.
Same. But that's weirdly shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael Monroe is from Hanoi Hotel. I thought it was Hanoi Rocks.
That one.
I thought she got mixed up with Tokyo Hotel.
Yes.
What a mistake to make.
Oh, Christ.
That is so funny. And Dirty Honey, which sounds distressing. Oh, it's terrifying.
This Michael Monroe. The picture set me off, man. It's so scary.
It's really terrifying.
Looks like a bad waxwork model of Debbie Harry.
That's really scary. They don't.
That'd be really nice.
That's definitely like some drugs right there. That's a bit of drugs. And then Sunday, which is Metallica, Black Label Society, Avatar, Alien Weaponry, Bokassa, Spirit Box, and Ugly Kid Joe.
Yeah. Alien Weaponry are cool.
Yeah,
they're
they're cool.
They're doing some cool things. They're a New Zealand band with some Maori descent.
Everyone always sends me YouTube videos of Alien Weaponry, be like, "Oh, they're doing what you're doing," and I'm like, "Yeah," which is really sweet.
Yeah, just a different part of the world
Yeah.
and culture, and yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but it's the same.
Yeah, thanks for figuring. Yeah.
But they're super young. Like I think they might not even be 20 yet. Most of them.
Oh, that's scary. That's really impressive that they're playing the main stage.
So they played Bloodstock and they had quite a good reception one year. Can't remember the
Nice.
year, but they played Bloodstock on the Sophie stage and it was they're pretty well received, especially for a free piece because they managed to fill the stage quite well because they've just got the one guitarist, one bassist, and a drummer.
I can't believe Sabaton are above Bring Me the Horizon.
I can for Europe. I can
For Europe,
believe
actually
it.
makes sense. Yeah. In this country, that would never happen.
Yeah.
That's so weird though. I don't want to be there when they're playing. It's gonna be so annoying.
Because I think it's the same with Volbeat as well, because they are fucking huge in Europe, and like to the point where they're like a proper massive stadium band there, and like don't get me wrong, they're big here, but like it's interesting to see how European success doesn't translate into sort of UK success and vice versa.
It's really interesting. It's so different. I wonder if that's like a touring thing, a disposition thing. Maybe we're more miserable here. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just
Hard to say.
Chaos theory, and it could be a multitude of reasons.
It's true. I will be watching Carcass while Sabaton and Metallica are playing.
Yeah, if it's the same time as that, there's not many bands I'd pick over Carcass, if I'm being brutally honest.
They're going to be my favourite band of the whole day. 100%. There is not a band that I will want to see more. I think that day's going to be pretty laid back for me. I might want to check out Triptychon. I don't really care about Napalm Death. Sorry, everyone. I want to see Demolic because you speak so highly of them. Ufamamut, they're going to be really good live. And the Atomic Bitchwax, they're very fun live as well.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Atomic Bitchwax.
Oh, they're great. They're so fun. They're a proper party band. They're perfect for the Sunday. Like the last kind of push forward, and then Ufamamut will kind of chill me out, and I'll go see Carcass and lose my mind. And then I'll go to bed.
Yeah. I definitely recommend checking out Triptychon. They're good.
I've checked them out before. They're great.
Oh, nice.
I've not seen them live.
Oh, sorry. That's what I meant. I reckon checking them out live.
Oh, I see.
They're really good live. But they do this thing. I can't remember the name of the track, but they always end with this track that's almost 20 minutes long.
Blimey.
And I'm just like, I just wish. And don't get me wrong, I'm not adverse to long tracks, but I've seen them maybe 3 times now, and I think the track's called Fallen Snow. Could be wrong. Black Snow.
Falling Snow is
Fallen Snow's an Agalloch song.
Yeah, they're not playing.
Ever. And Black Snow, which I think is the track that they finished with, which is super, super long. But it's but they're great, and like I really enjoy what they do. It's like a real kind of spiritual successor to what they were doing with the last Celtic Frost album. The name escapes me. Monotheist. Thank you.
That is good.
See, this is what Hellfest has done to me. There's so much going on in this lineup.
We just got amnesia.
There's too much information to process. I've lost all knowledge.
This is like one Sunday. This is the last day of the 7-day festival, and it's like the most bands I will have seen in years.
Yeah, it's some great shit. Like the last bands I've got listed on the second main stage that I'm quite keen to see. I actually quite want to watch Epica.
I'm not into Nightwish or Epica, but I know they're very good live.
Yeah, basically because I'm a bit of a sucker for reaction videos, and as you both well aware.
Yeah.
And there's a great live performance of Epica performing in France. It's like Live at the Zenith, one of their tracks, and it's just and the stage show is crazy. Like they've got a keyboard player and they've got like a track, so he like goes around the stage on this track, and it's just like really like animated and lively.
That's so cute.
And it's just like super cool.
Rammstein do a similar thing. When I saw them play, they had a keyboardist and he was on a running machine for the whole thing, and then Till Lindemann kept making it go like really fast. Like torture him, he was just like running while playing like crazy keyboard stuff.
I love that kind of running joke they've got where Till's
Running
like
joke.
constantly, but that's totally unintentional. Where he constantly bullies the keyboard player. Like
he does some serious shit to that keyboard. Like he looks like a total sub as well. That keyboard player, like he's like big subby energy.
Substein.
And then Till's like this giant fucking like, yeah, there's some really weird like BDSM shit, low key, well high key going on there. But
and
anyway,
last but not least, on the main stage for me, there's Blind Guardian.
Hell yes.
Who I am a massive, massive fan of, because the way they managed to authentically recreate and represent the works of fantasy fiction that they write about in a way that isn't totally... It's cheesy, but it's still kind of cool.
Quest for Tanalorn, fun fact, is actually about a Michael Moorcock book, which he was a member of Hawkwind.
Oh,
Well, I think while Lemmy was a member. Really cool books, check them out.
Yeah. Do you know, I might have said this fact before. I probably have, but you know who else was a member of Hawkwind?
Who? Lemmy.
The guy...
Sorry.
Did you know that Dylan Carson from Earth sold the shotgun to Kurt Cobain? But no, it was I think his name is the guy from The Right Stuff, Matthew Wright.
Oh
is a member was the vocalist of Hawkwind at one
I
point.
don't know what the right stuff is.
It's like it was kind of like a not
like-
Jeremy Kyle style show. He looks like Jeremy Kyle, but it's more like a This Morning or one of those fucking morning
crazy.
shows where people phone in. They talk about really pressing topics like what Kerry Katona is up to, and whether or not she's got enough children, and really things that people are supposed to give a real shit about.
Someone should do a band called Kerry Catatonia. That'd be really fun. Everyone's just got like massive boob jobs and like huge lip filler. That'd be great. I'd watch that. You know who else is playing the main stage that may not be on the radars of everyone? Blues Pills. They are fucking incredible.
Never
live.
heard of them.
Erin Larson's voice is like one of my vocal idols. She is so powerful. And like the way she sings, it's like really bluesy, obviously. I think they're Swedish. I think they're Scandinavian. I saw them play at Desert Fest Antwerp the first year it happened, and you couldn't even get into the room they were playing in. They are so incredible live, like even better than on tape.
Damn.
So I really recommend. They're gonna kill it live. I can't wait to see them.
I will check them out.
Hell yeah.
Clash is permitting.
Yeah, definitely. That's I feel the same about Blind Guardian. I'm probably gonna be seeing like Converge or Cadaver. I mean, that Saturday. Oh, I think that's probably the easiest day. I'm gonna say this every time and be like, oh no, this band's playing.
Yeah, I always do the sin where I plan to watch as many bands as possible. But to be honest, I think like if a stage is good enough for that day, I'll tend to just lurk on the one stage.
I'm
Or around the one stage.
I'm like I'm very anal about how I plan my Hellfest. I will plan everything beforehand, and then I'll plan when I go to the bakery.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about this legendary bakery.
Oh my god, the bakery! Holy shit! I think it's like Le Moulin something. It's like the windmill, and it actually opened the first year I ever went to Hellfest, and like the last time I went, the owner came out and gave me a bag of stuff, and he was like, "You come here every year." You're always here, so I'm just gonna give you like 10 euros worth, and like, oh my god, 10 euros gets you a lot of shit in there.
Yeah.
They have the best macaroons, 2 euros for a macaroon. Last time I went, don't know what inflation's done to them, but they're like the size of your face, and they're cold and refrigerated. They're like chilled macaroons. You can inject like caramel into them. The croissants are like you just go in there and just get like freshly made croissants. I'm so sorry. Probably no one cares about this, but I care a lot. I care very deeply.
This is the most passionate I have ever heard you, ever. In all the time I've known you, about anything, any topic.
Look, guys, this bakery, like I will accept any kind of sponsorship from this bakery. It's so fucking amazing. And they have like the weirdest pizzas as well. They have like a pizza with like potato and mince on it. And it's just weirdly amazing. I don't like eat that much meat anymore, but I might break all my rules when I go. And like all the English translations of everything is wrong. So you get stuff called like apple slippers, Mr. Potato, like, and it's just endearing. You want to go there, and I go there every single day. They have really nice apple juice too.
I do love apple juice.
And they have a good toilet, which is really important at a festival.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. I mean, it does get ripped up pretty badly at times, but it
won't be good after I'm done with it. Apologies in advance.
I've seen some literal shit at this festival, but the toilets are very good, especially if you're in the VIP area, which fancy bitch I usually am. But like, it's worth it. The VIP area is sick. There's a helicopter. There's an actual helicopter in there that you can like. It's just hanging in the air. They've got hammocks. They've got a skate ramp as well. Last time they had a pool with like a skull in it. They have these like huge like hooded robes, water fountain thing going on. People like go in the pool. I wouldn't go after the first day. It's going to be full of piss. And then like, yeah, you've just got, not only that, like basically Hellfest own the grounds. So they add loads of ironwork sculptures to it every single year. So every time you go, there's like new sculptures, there's new things. Half of these sculptures have like fire shooting out of them at night. They've got fire pits. They've got this this area, which I think Floyd is going to probably hang out in a lot, which is like this huge like metal cage. And they just spray cold water mist in it. And it's always full of like big guys. They're just always sitting there like it's like a cold sauna of some kind.
It's like some caged animals just there, just getting sprayed down.
And they've got like another cage nearby, which is like a skate park cage. It's like quite small. It's probably like a little bit bigger than this room, and it's full of ramps. So they've got like 10 people and skateboards in it at all times, and you can just watch them doing like mad tricks and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really fucking cool.
It sounds like, see, that's what I love about I love festivals that provide like the complete experience.
Yeah.
And like from just the pictures alone of what I've seen at Hellfest, it looks out of this world.
They've got a shrine to Lemmy, with like a little thing in it, with like a bit of water and like stuff. You can put cigarettes in there for him. It's like a bronze statue. They have a lot of food options, but to be honest, I never actually like go to the food options, but they've got a whole meat carvery in it.
Yeah. See, the thing is, I think that is the quickest way to bankrupt yourself at a festival.
Right. Go to the bakery. It's mad cheap.
Yeah. I understand that, that those places have got to make a living as well, but Jesus Christ.
So it's like €10 for a sandwich, whereas you could go to the bakery and spend €3, get like a massive pizza the size of your whole face, like a bunch of, sorry, talk about the bakery again, but I will literally I'll go in the morning, I'll spend like €10, and that's like my food for the day, and you can get strawberries and cream in the VIP area as well for like €3, so you're just sorted.
Oh, that's amazing.
I literally had like 3 in a row once. It was great.
My pro tip is I always bring either biltong or beef jerky.
It's very hot. Like Hellfest is usually about 35 degrees.
That's fucking hot.
So you guys are gonna have a rough time, but most of the non-main stages are inside and it's shady, and like there's gonna be like ice and people hosing people down and stuff. So.
Hopefully I'll have my Brujeria snapback
yeah.
by then, and I'll have Factor 2000.
I'm gonna bring up a portable fan. There was one year there was like a dust storm for 3 days because it was so dry, but like I don't really know what's gonna be like. It's been so long. I don't think it's ever rained when I've been there. It might have rained on like a Wednesday or something once, but that's it.
Yeah. I'm all right in heat, just as long as I'm...
It's dry heat.
Yeah.
It's not like the heat here. It's a bit more bearable, and to be honest, you'll be so excited you won't care, probably. Yeah. And like VIP area, you can just go chill in like a hammock under the shade and watch all the little people walking by. Joking. It's not that bad.
That's little peoples and poorer people, by the way, not people smaller in stature.
No, as a small person, I'm not talking about small people. I'm talking about the little people, capital L, capital P. but no, like honestly, like I think Hellfest, as I've been to a lot of festivals, non-VIP and VIP, and Hellfest by far in both categories is the best. And a lot of people, like artists, promoters, normal fans will say Hellfest normally is the number one in terms of like the quality of the arena. The toilets are really good. They have like sawdust toilets so they don't smell so bad. They're like saloon cowboy toilets. They're like really cool actually.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, like they're clean for a festival. A weird thing that happens at Hellfest is people pee absolutely everywhere. And like people pee everywhere at a normal festival, but I don't know what it is about Hellfest is there's just so much peeing. And like I've seen people peeing next to empty urinals, but like on the ground.
Yeah.
It's just really strange, peeing into bins. There's a lot of pee. It smells very urine-y. There's a vineyard as well, like right next to the festival that a lot of people pee into. So don't eat the
grapes.
Festival. Well, they have a Hellfest wine made from those grapes and a Hellfest jam, and I never eat it because it's just I just think of all the urine.
Yeah, it's I saw a dude pissing in the middle of a pit once. Just
nice.
Yeah.
So one Hellfest at the Valley stage. I can't remember. I think it was Stoned Jesus were playing, and it was packed.
Good
and
band.
This guy really wanted to be at the front. They're massive in Europe. This guy really wanted to get to the front, so he took off all his clothes, and I mean everything. And he was wearing a cowboy hat and nothing else. And he's like standing. He's standing at the back of the tent, and I saw this with my own 2 eyes, my naked eyes. He starts like windmilling his arms. And like slowly walking forward, and the crowd just parted like the Red Sea.
Oh shit!
All these guys like looking over the shoulder, like, "What's that? Oh my god, his penis is out!" And he just got to the front.
That is mental.
It was insane. Yeah, like stuff like that happens a lot.
That's crazy. I mean, I love festival shenanigans.
There's a lot of shenanigans.
As long as it's from the outside looking in, I enjoy spectating. But I've heard that the sound on a lot of the stages is
very
like
good.
Spectacular. Not if you're Manowar, though. Apparently they had a problem with the sound.
They had like a massive power cut when they played.
Oh, okay.
Like, I was so that was one year they played where, for reasons I won't go into, I had to leave early, and I was on a coach going home, and like all the lights just went out on the road.
Damn.
Like you just saw everyone just go do 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 do.
Shit.
Because they use so much power, and like they have a very bad relationship with the festival. They had like some insane demands for like the amount of power they use, like the sound, and just generally they're like apparently very horrible to work with. So
Yeah.
they don't really play anymore.
No.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because every other band's playing.
Exactly.
But no, I have heard very good things about the sound at Hellfest, and I've watched a few pro shot live sets before, and thinking, yeah, this looks fucking great.
They are so bloody
sounds good.
They're so professional. A lot of the artists I talk to say that they're treated very well there. The artist area is sick. They have like a fucking huge buffet with chefs in white hats that like cook you food. Like you just ask them what to make and they'll make it for you, which is so rare. As like apparently artists, not so much in Europe, but not in the UK or US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just really hope it goes ahead, because it sounds like the amount of effort that goes into getting this thing off the ground, I'm just so grateful they could still continue, because you could totally understand why festivals have had to postpone and how some of them have just completely folded as a result of it, because it's like, looks like a monumental, especially now with the added dates. I can't imagine the amount of work that must go into, I would die of stress.
So Hellfest is actually funded by the French state because they do a lot of funding in the arts. So I don't think they've had to really worry. I know that post-COVID, especially France and Germany, threw a shit ton of money at the arts. Like they did the opposite of this country.
Yeah.
I think the actual number is like ridiculous. It's like more than 10 times more than what we do.
Yeah, I think we gave some Lidl coupons or something.
We gave some thoughts and prayers. That's pretty much it. We just changed our profile picture for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We clapped a bit. Oh, well done. You did some art. Your parents must be so proud. France, this festival's always been state funded, and I'm so glad it is. It's just amazing. I'm so happy that it's happening, and this is like the ultimate antidote to the past few years of like everything being cancelled. And it feels really achievable for this to happen. Like with the vaccines and everything, I feel like this could happen.
Realistically, I can't see how this wouldn't go ahead now.
Yeah.
Without getting into it too much, because everybody is sick to death of talking about COVID, I can't really see why we won't be in a better position by this time next year. Because it's in June, right?
It's in June. It's
yeah.
like literally in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I have a year. I'm gonna do some serious working out to get.
I'm gonna try and learn French because the thing is, I've got a lot of respect for French people in their resistance to speaking English. I've got mad respect for that because we are the same. Like we refuse to ever learn any languages when we go abroad anywhere. We'll just shout English slowly at people in the hopes that they understand. So I've always been like, yeah, good for you, France.
I think if you make an effort to show that you've tried to learn a bit, French people will be a lot more accommodating to meeting you in the middle when it comes to that. I think if you just go up to someone, you're like, "Oi, can I have a sandwich?" They're just like, "Well, fuck you. I'm not gonna do shit for you." But if you're like, "Bonjour, s'il vous plaît," my French isn't very good. I've literally forgotten how to say half the shit, but it really does help. And you can get by with a minimal amount, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been to the south of France, which didn't have too many English-speaking inhabitants, and it was fine. It's exactly as you say. If you just show that you're willing to try, that's more than 90% of British people visiting France.
Yeah, for sure.
Being a bit presumptuous there, but I mean.
Yeah. There's usually quite a lot of English people at Hellfest, but the majority are French and German, and a lot of people will migrate from all over Europe. It's amazing. The atmosphere there is so good. And it's a lot more open and free compared to a lot of the British festivals I've been to. And I've been to a lot of festivals. I went to every single Sonisphere. I've been to a few Bloodstocks, and just Desert Fest here and there and stuff. And the atmosphere in Hellfest, oh my god, it's like another world. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the UK festivals. It's just people are less trusting. You can just have a conversation with anybody, and people will just come up to you and be like, "Hey, I love your merch," or "Oh, you look cool," and you make so many friends. It's amazing. Yeah.
That's like me the first time. I think I went to Bloodstock wearing this Bell Witch shirt, and it was the year that I think Mirror Reaper dropped, and there was about 90% of the festival wearing Bell Witch merch, and it was just the whole festival. It was just like, "Oh, cool shirt, bro!" Or
that's so cool.
But yeah, and it was just everybody was just super sold on Bell Witch that year.
No one's ever done that to me,
No.
It makes me really sad because
I had it in Soho once. There was some dude who's from where they're from. I cannot remember the state because, like I said, my brain's just not working today. And he was just like, "Oh yeah, they're from where I'm from." And I was just like, "Oh, nice."
No, the one time that someone actually did point out my merch, it was in Carnaby Street in near Oxford Street.
Yeah.
And these kids were just like, "Oh, Iron Monkey," because I had an Iron Monkey patch.
Oh, cool.
But that's like the only time it's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget. Without divulging too much information, our line of work involves mingling with members of the public at times, and I always forget how awkward metal fans are, and the amount of times I've went up to people. And especially if they're wearing like a gore grind shirt. I remember this guy wearing the Last Days of Humanity shirt with like a Dutch gore grind band. And I was like, cool, oh man, cool shirt. Like I like Last Days of Humanity. And he looked at me like I just shat on his mum.
That happens to me every time I say something nice to someone about their merch.
Yeah.
For real, like I've always been like ghosted.
Yeah.
Like there was a same setting where we were working. Someone came with a Bolt Thrower shirt, and I was like, "Oh my god, I love Bolt Thrower, sick shirt." And he just looked at me and he was like, and then just like walked away from me.
But you're a girl.
He just like looked at me with so much contempt. He wasn't even like, he was just like, "Why are you pretending to like this music?"
Well, if you like Bolt Thrower, how comes you're not wearing a shirt? But yeah. But everyone loves Bolt Thrower anyway. I mean, so why are you fucking surprised about that?
I mean, who doesn't like them?
I mean, Kate doesn't like him from
Whoa.
Pupil Slicer. She said it on the
Oh
podcast.
no, I think about Kate as in our Kate, not Katie.
No. Well, I don't know about Kate. She's got a few spicy takes, I think.
Yeah, she does actually. But I feel like
But I agree with her on most bands, but yeah.
she's got great taste. You've got great taste, Kate, if you're watching. Probably not. But yeah, Katie, I think she said she hadn't listened to them, but maybe maybe she'd listened to them once and didn't. Oh no.
She said she listened to one song and didn't like it.
Oh bless. Well, I'm sure the second song will be more successful, hopefully. Yeah.
If the second song is The Kill Chain, then...
We're good.
Yes.
We're good. Yeah, 100%.
So, I'm putting you on the spot a little bit. So, what sort of bands are you most looking forward to here? I've got like a list of 3 bands I've kind of picked out.
Okay. Electric Wizard, Ohm, Baroness, High on Fire, Killing Joke Twice, 9 Inch Nails, oh my fucking god.
Yeah, you're super big into 9 Inch Nails, aren't you?
Yeah, they're like the band that made me decide I'm going to do music. So,
Yeah.
like, I have to see them again. I've only seen them twice, and that was over 10 years ago, so I'd really like to see them again. Deep Purple going to be fun. Wardruna going to be amazing. Blues Pills I'm really looking forward to. God, who else? I mean, there's a shit ton of bands. Ecstatic Vision are really good live as well. They're like a good party band on the Valley. So what death metal am I looking forward to?
There's we've got DTA playing, Death to All.
Oh, yeah, and Coroner.
Were absolutely fantastic. Coroner,
so
who
I
we've
saw-
reviewed before.
I saw Coroner play Bloodstock, and I saw DTA play Hellfest, and they're both incredible live.
Yeah, because I remember you guys both saying Coroner were like super tight live.
Oh, the bass sound of Coroner live was insane. Like, I've been to Bloodstock twice, and they were the best sounding band. And they played before Motorhead as well, Coroner.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. Yeah, so good live.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got on the altar stage, death metal stage, I've got listed, you've got Obituary, sort of classic band, DTA,
Nice.
Grave, great Swedish old school band. You got Gate Creeper, who are kind of darlings of the OSDM revival at the moment. Sepultura, who I will admit I've not listened to Sepultura post Max Cavalera.
I'm just not a big fan of them. They're a good band, but I don't get into them.
So you got Sacred Reich, another old thrash band that's had a bit of a revival recently. Rectal Smegma, a gore
Classic.
grind kind of brutal death metal bands from the
Everyone
Netherlands.
loves a bit of rectal smegma.
They are actually quite good bands. They've got a bit of a similar situation as they're in a similar situation as Dying Fetus currently, where like the name kind of not necessarily does them a disservice, but causes a lot of people to have preconceptions.
I would definitely have preconceptions
Yeah.
of a band called Rectal
'Cause-
Smegma.
Because like I mean, understandably so. We've also got Devon Townsend to be playing, which we talked about a bit before. Coroner, which you mentioned. Dying Fetus.
Ingested are playing.
Ingested are playing. Ingested are great, kind of slammy, sort of.
They're great.
Sort of even more techie in more recent days, sort of death metal band from Manchester.
Girlswood are playing. Oh, Zealand Ardor, I forgot to mention them.
Steven would be great. I've heard a friend Ewan went to watch them live once and said they were absolutely amazing.
Brilliant.
One of the best sets he'd
Can't
seen. So Dying Fetus are playing and directly playing right after Misery Index, and those two bands have got a bit of history because they've shared members before, and I can't remember if there was a guitarist whose nickname was Sparky, and he used to be the guitarist for one of Dying Fetus' best albums, Destroy the Opposition, but he left that band to form Misery Index. So I don't think Sparky is still in Misery Index, but I think there might be still a few connections there.
When stuff like that tends to happen at festivals, it's not unusual for members to go and guest on each other's sets, because that has happened. Because Matt Pike, he went and played with Down when they played.
Ah,
and he did like
gotcha.
a solo. So I would not be surprised if they've had history that they do something like that.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
You got Discarnate, another great sort of UK death metal band. They're from Horsham. And their latest album, which was released in 2017, so quite a while back now, With All Their Might, was quite a good album. Septic Flesh are playing.
They're great.
I love Septic Flesh. Insomnium, who are quite one of the better melodic death metal bands, I think.
I thought Tribulation broke up.
Oh yeah, Tribulation are there. No, I think it was just the longtime member that left.
He's got a really cool solo project now.
Yeah.
Oh God, what's his name? He had a really amazing film set at the Roadburn Redux. I can't believe I forgot his name.
I forgot his name. Like I've just forgot everything.
Jonathan Van Hulten.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is it. Well remembered.
Really, really cool. I love his stuff.
Decapitated, who have
Nice.
had, to put it very lightly,
A shit time.
tumultuous past as a band.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Vitek, the drummer, who died in a horrific bus crash all those years ago. But yeah, I love Decapitated personally. I'm a big fan of their music.
Really good live.
And they are super tight live.
Yeah.
Deez the Flash are playing, another band that suffered the tragedy earlier last year. Their longtime member, Eric Lindmark, unfortunately passed away. So they're a really long running. They're from California, and they're quite a renowned band in like the underground brutal death metal scene, because they were one of the first bands to incorporate a lot more kind of techie elements, but techie not in the necrophagist sort of way, more in the kind of more just less wanky, let's put it. Yeah.
Okay.
I like necrophagist, but and who else have we got? We've got Benighted, who are a French kind of like death grind band. They got one of the craziest vocalists in the scene.
Nice.
Apparently he's got something mad like, I remember reading an interview with that band once years ago. I think Julian is the singer's name. Actually, I'm more than confident that's the name. And he said that he's got an extra bit of cartilage on his vocal cord that allows him to hit like another octave. So he does...
Oh, so he does like two notes at the same time. Alan from Primordial can do that.
Yeah, it's something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And so he produces some really weird, crazy, harsh vocals. If you ever listen to any of their earlier stuff, then they've got some mad shit. Then
You can train yourself to sing two notes at a time, but it's really difficult. It takes a long time. Yeah.
That's super cool. I didn't know that about Alan.
Yeah.
I love his voice as well. He's a great
got a
vocalist.
great voice. He's playing.
You got Catatonia, My Dying Bride. That'd be a nice, cheery, upbeat day. Flesh God Apocalypse, who I think are a band that on paper shouldn't work, but they actually managed to blend the elements quite well. Carcass, who we are all big fans of.
Arcturus are playing.
Arcturus are playing. They're on the Temple stage, aren't they?
Damn.
And you got Napalm Death, Blood Incantation, Demolic as well, who are a legendary Finnish tech death band who've got some of the most unique guttural vocals ever. And they've got, and that album is just the album they released years ago. Nespith is legendary in the scene, and they're still...
Nespith.
Yeah, or Nespith. Nespithe.
It's such a black metal name.
It really is.
Do you know why it's called that?
No.
They actually it was going to be called The Spine, and then they cut the words up and put them together.
No fucking way. That is so cool.
Damn.
Didn't know that. That's such a cool fact.
I think the spine might sound better, sorry.
And you got the Temple stage, you got Mayhem,
Meh.
Abath,
A bat. A bat.
Rotting Christ, who are great. One of my
Primordial.
favourite bands. Primordial, another fantastic band. Great old ones, so a Lovecraft-inspired band.
Oh, great.
They've got like a good like kind of post-black metal sound.
I'm going to have to do a lot of research on half the bands if I'm even going to bother watching them, to be honest.
You got Ensiferum, Toka, Helheim. So there's like a Viking metal day.
Yeah.
So there's Einherjar.
Lots of rowing in the crowd, I'm sure.
Oh god, yeah, the whole Viking rowing thing. Jesus.
I can't imagine them doing to Bride, I don't know.
Yeah, they were doing that during like a deathcore band once at Bloodstock. I can't remember. It might have been, I think it was Fallujah or Fallujah, how do you pronounce it?
Fallujah.
Fallujah. But yeah, some great bands. Zeo and Ardor, Igor are playing, which is great.
Igor are great.
I want to give a shout out to Conjurer, so a band from Rugby, UK, who are making big waves on the scene at the moment. They played a great set at Roadburn in 2019. which felt about like 20 years ago now.
Oh, Isan's playing. Shem, you're going to get mixed up with Isan. You're probably going to get pushed on stage, Ishan, whatever. If you wear a turtleneck, they're going to just push you on stage.
Yeah.
I'd be like, here you go, it's your set. You'll be like, what am I doing here? It'll be like a nightmare situation. It'll be great.
I'll take the stage. I'll just start singing.
You'll be like, it's me.
It's funny, like he I remember when he performed a set at Bloodstock once with he used to have Leprous as his backing band.
Damn, yeah.
And then they left, and he got these literal children. They looked about 19 years old. Like these young looking, barely adolescent people to play all this virtuoso music. And one of the comments on the YouTube video was, why does the rest of the band look like they're just playing and getting ready to go for a cheeky Nando's afterwards?
That's really how he got to play. He was like, I'll give you food.
I'll give you Nando's, yeah. But then he came back to play with Emperor in 2018 or 2017. They done the Anthems album set, and like one of the comments, they had another hilarious YouTube comment on the video saying like, wait, I thought this was black metal. These guys look like they all belong in an office. And I was just like, this is fucking Emperor you're talking about. But,
Man, that's a really good comeback. If any black metal person's like weirdly racist, I'd be like, shouldn't you be in the office?
yeah.
That's my new line.
And just finishing off, you've got Merciful Fate, Triptychon,
Nice.
Archgoat, who are really like fucking frenzied band. Cult of Fire, Svart Crown, another great sort of Black Death band from France.
Yeah.
And that is what I've got listed to round off the Temple stage.
Yeah, it's just fucking blimey. I mean, I'm not going to spend much time at the Temple. I'm only really going to be there to see Primordial if they're not clashing with someone. I mean, they're probably going to clash with High on Fire or something. So I'm going to be at the Valley all day on the Friday.
Yeah.
Oh man, I used to love Alcest. I'm going to see Girls Weird. I'm going to see Zealand Ardor. I might check out Heilung. It'd be funny if they clash with Waldrina though. Enslaved, I'll see. Ishan, I might just be there to watch Shem watch them because it'll be entertaining. I've actually never checked out Igor live, even though I started listening to them a long time ago. Because I think not a lot of the bands I see at the Valley and Altar tend to clash with the Temple, and they just end up being like not prioritized. But yeah. Gotcha.
Oh, there's another band I forgot to mention. Do not know how to pronounce this one. They're a Portuguese black metal band called Gareia, Gaerea. Mm-hmm. They released a great album just a year or so back, and a band making quite a few good waves on the scene. But yeah, I reckon I'll be at the Altar and the Temple mostly. Warzone's got a few bands I might check out. So Jesus Peace, who are really energetic, kind of like hardcore bands. Turnstile, my friend Jack turned me on to them, who are kind of like almost like, it's like a Day to Remember, but not shit.
Okay.
But what I mean by that is they actually blend like pop and sort of more like metalcore kind of sensibilities, but they do it in a way that it's not so jarring. And so they're like a really fun, accessible bands, but for some actually really good, like meaty groups. So I may check them out. Then there's another band, Zabalba, who are a Mexican kind of beatdown, kind of death metal infused band. And then obviously Hatebreed and Madball I may check out, kind of legends in the hardcore scene.
I might go into like the Valley because that's going to be my kind of hangout for the festival. So obviously everyone probably knows who Electric Wizard are. Baroness are just like so happy, and what's his face? I always call him Baisley. He's an amazing artist. He's done a lot of artwork for like some really iconic albums. Shem's about to tell me how to pronounce his name properly. High on Fire, High on Fire. Elder, just like widdly, good stuff, old stuff, like heavy, good stuff. Greenleaf, very fun, good stuff. ASG, it's just standard good shit. Mono's going to be interesting. I'm going to obviously be there for Ohm, crying tears of blood and appreciation. Pelican are really good. Free Teeth, I've not listened to them, but I'm pretty sure they're great. Duel are really good. I don't know who Me and That Man is. That just sounds a bit...
Me and That Man is Nurgle's side project. He does like a folky...
I'm completely uninterested in that case. Sorry, Daddy Nurgle. But yeah, Killing Joke Ob's going to be great. Twin Temple, we actually nearly played a show with them, so I want to go check them out and see what I missed out on, because I would so regret not being able to play that show. Into Armor are good. Red Fang are super boring live, sorry. Ecstatic Vision, really good live. Vile Creature, I've had a lot of hype about their recent album that came out this year, so I might check them out. Lowrider are really good live. They're fun. It's all about cars and shit, eh? Don't know about any other bands on that stage. Atari Teenage Riot, I never got into them because I had the word teenage in the title, so I was like, I'm a big girl, I don't listen to teenage music. I mean, it's true. I was just that kind of edgy
Funny
asshole.
thing is, I'm exactly the same. I was like, this sounds lame.
I'm not the only one. Earth are like amazing. I don't know.
Did you know? I don't know if you know. For any listeners that do not know, Dylan Carson sold Kurt Cobain the shotgun that he used to kill himself. A little known fact.
You know, this is really weird, but I saw Earth. I think it was Earth. I saw them play Hellfest, and Dylan Carson was on stage, and to this day, I'm kind of like low-key wondering if he's a furry, because he had like a tail. He had like a raccoon tail on his jeans, but like the placement made it look like an actual tail, and for some reason I was like, is Dylan Carson a furry? I'm sure he's not. But like, I do wonder sometimes. I lie in bed at like 3 a.m. and I wake up and I'm like, is Dylan Carson a furry? And if he is, more power to him.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, do you want to know a really wholesome furry fact?
Yeah.
This is not from first experience. I'm not into this.
It's from your second experience.
But one of the guys from Insane Clown Posse's
oh God.
teenage daughter is like a furry, and he's like really supportive of it, and he takes her to cons and stuff, and he dresses up like a furry version of his like stage get up that he wears. But I actually think it's kind of wholesome, and like it's.
I'm confused.
But I don't know. I just thought it was really sweet.
It's sweet, but also incredibly disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they had to close down a furry convention because everyone just started having sex. Everyone just started like
I'm going to
having
the wrong
a
convention.
massive fucking orgy in this convention. They were just like coming all over each other and just like crawling all over each other.
Jesus, that's
They had
horrific.
to like close it down like pretty quick.
Damn.
Yeah, they started yiffing everywhere. I think that's the term.
Well, the other day I referred to the Gryffindor sword as the
Gryffindor
Yiffindor sword. That sounds funny. Yiff means something, but I thought it was like some fucking like slang that was like inoffensive. I didn't know what yiff meant, and then I searched it. I was like, oh, okay, that's what yiff means again.
It was strategic Googling there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it comes from the sound that foxes make when they fuck. I think that's why they call it yiffing in the furry community. The furry. I can't make a pun. But yeah, are you gonna make one?
No, I was just going to say, do you know, I might not even bother tracking vocals ever again. I might just record foxes having
Sounds
sex.
the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
same
just be
energy.
like, this is the most brutal shit I've ever heard.
I mean, it legit does sound like black metal vocals. Maybe that's what
Yeah.
they're inspired from. Maybe the first guys were actually low-key also furries, like Dylan Carson.
That's confirmed.
Confirmed on this podcast.
Yeah, Valley has got a great lineup. Yeah, I just want to say Mono Joe Quail. I saw them play at Roadburn, and it was emotional to say the least.
Oh.
It was a great set. Into Armour, yeah, another great band, that, as you mentioned, from Richmond, Virginia, who I love. Godflesh are playing, love Godflesh.
Converge are playing.
Yes, so this is what I want to talk about. So, Shem, you said that the Blood Moon Thin is kind of like a guest vocalist rotating
I believe
sort of thing.
They did a Blood Moon set in London years ago.
That was with Chelsea Wolfe.
And Stephen Brodsky.
Stephen Brodsky from Caven, yeah. So I'm just saying it into the mic because sometimes we can't hear you talk. So it just sounds like we know everything and we just repeat what Shem says. So I knew it was Stephen Brodsky from Caven and Chelsea Wolfe from Chelsea Wolfe. Monster Magnet, really boring live, happy dad music. The Obsessed, this wino being sad. I Hate God, angry, sad. Thou. Ephemerate, really fucking good live. Really like them. Atomic Bitch Wax, amazing party band. 100% go see Atomic Bitch Wax. They will make you dance. They're really good live.
I will listen to your advice. I didn't see Thou on the lineup. I didn't know they were there. Maybe it's only 4 letters. I must have missed it.
They're wedged between I Hate God and Ephemerate, like a sad sandwich of heaviness.
Oh, I love how you categorized all those bands. That was like that one word association.
Yeah.
It's like wino, sad. I Hate God, angry.
That's how I think about lineups for real. That's just literally what my brain is like: sad, angry, sad, party. That's how I view this. But overall, like fucking Hellfest, you have done a 10 out of 10 there.
Oh, it's a great lineup. I've just, I mean, I'm sure everyone would be bored of me going on, but there's 3 bands I've kind of singled out who I'm kind of looking forward to seeing.
Yeah.
That I haven't mentioned yet. One of them is a Belgian death metal band called Carnation.
Yeah.
Who are absolutely fantastic live. I saw them at Damnation, the last Damnation that went on, which would have been 2019, and occasionally I like to go in watching the bands just blind, but I mean, like my eyes weren't covered. I meant blind in the metaphorical sense. And I've never listened to them before, and they were so groovy, so fucking heavy, and it's just like, if you're a Bolt Thrower fan, I think you'll definitely dig
I'll check them out then.
Carnation.
Nice.
And then I checked them out on record, and their latest album, which dropped in 2020, called Where Death Lies, is really, really good. So
Sick.
I'll definitely catch them again, clashes permitting. The second band is Numenorian, who are like a French-Canadian band from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, the home of Bret the Hitman Hart, legendary wrestler.
It's a Lord of the Rings reference, so that's an extra bonus.
It is a Lord of the Rings reference, yeah. But as far as I'm aware of the 2 albums that they've released, there's no references to anything Tolkien-related. Huh. But they're really super cool. They've kind of got this weird, and bear with me here, but like the way Gojira kind of blend extreme facets of sort of subgenres into a more accessible, for a more accessible palette. Numenorian kind of do the same, but with black metal. They've got like some really cool, kind of contemporary and really progressive moments, and some great kind of like a great ear for melody, and even some like pop-like structure. And I don't mean that in the bad way, but they've got one track in particular, Adore, which is the title track from their 2019 album, is a fantastic representation of the band's sound, and I think they're a band worth checking out.
Shem just randomly started pissing himself laughing, and we're like, did we say something?
I know what he's thinking about.
I zoned out, so I have no idea what's happening.
And the third band is Vreed, or Vride, however you pronounce it, because I can't pronounce anything right ever, as evidence. But we won't get into that.
Nope.
And they are basically a spiritual successor to the band Windeer, who I briefly mentioned last week, who unfortunately the lead singer, Valafar, he unfortunately died of hypothermia. And so the rest of the members went to form this band. And they're actually performing one of the Windeer albums, 1184, in full, I believe. So that would be quite a cool, special Roadburn-esque set.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to watching that.
That is amazing. I think this might be a good place to round it all up and tie it with a little knot.
Yep.
I want to give a quick shout out to Voices. They released a charity single this week. Oh god, I've forgotten the name. Because I've been thinking about Hellfest so hard. It is called
An Audience with Mannequins.
An Audience with Mannequins. I had it loaded up on my Instagram to say it, and my Instagram just reset. So I was like, great, pictures of shoes. An Audience with Mannequins. Some of the proceeds are being, or maybe all of them, I don't know exactly how much, are being donated to UK Dementia. So charity. It's really cool. Voices are amazing. So yeah, check it out. Support the charity. Also download Pilot this weekend. Yeah. So hopefully that goes pretty good.
I feel like a lot hinges on this.
Yep.
I think the outcome of this, and whether or not there's any kind of cases spiking as a result of this, is going to be a real indicator of how any festivals hanging in the balance this year will proceed. Because obviously, I think Bloodstock and Damnation, I think, as it currently stands, are still planning on going ahead, obviously. Yeah. But I think everybody is waiting with bated breath for this download pilot.
I really want to. I mean, we're playing Bloodstock now, so
congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. And more news, Lowen, have been announced for Bloodstock. But yeah, no, that's going to be weird and interesting.
And you're playing on the Jägermeister stage, right?
Jägermeister stage on the Saturday, so feel free to come and ignore our main stage band to watch our shitty little band play. Oh, we're a good band, so we're not shitty.
Yeah, so I'm hoping Bloodstock goes ahead, provided everything's safe. It's I think everybody's kind of waiting for music to return, but I think it's just such a tumultuous, confusing time. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what the fuck happens in this next month.
Either way, Hellfest is on the horizon, and it's just really nice to have that as like a beacon of light that I feel like is very achievable. So that's kind of, today's been us like for the first time being like, there's a show that we're probably gonna be able to go to. It's fucking sick. All our favorite bands are gonna be there. So that's just bloody amazing. Thank you so much, Hellfest, for making that happen.
Yes. No, yeah. I 100% echo that sentiment. And what a fucking great announcement. Like, it's just, like, that is going to be, like, the metal event. It's Shem laughing. I can tell.
What did he do?
He's just losing it. I can't even look at him because he's going to set me off.
He's like, he's crying. Oh,
but God. That is going to be, I'm calling it, you heard it from me first. This is an exclusive, the metal event of the decade.
Wait, I think you're right. I think that's going to be one of those things that people will be like, hey son, let me tell you about that time I went to Hellfest. And it was a week fucking long. So Yeah, I mean, like, just a fucking bucket list event. Hopefully we're going to be there. Maybe we're going to bother some people for card readings. Let us know who we should check out, who we should do card readings for. Let us know if you want us to do anything else similar to this episode, because maybe we should do more of these. Who knows?
Aye.
Aye. So yeah, thank you for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. Let us know what you think. And have a lovely rest of your day or night.
Until next time.
Au revoir.